Hey everyone, Rob here. Welcome back to my shop. What we got behind me is it's a new edge bander that I've had for about a week. And I just wanted to make a video kind of going over it because it's a pretty nice edge bander. As you can see, it's a Holzher ATEA 1030. And it's quite an improvement from our old edge bander. It was an SCMI Olympic K series and quite an old machine, had a traditional glue pot, and you know it served us well for about 20 years, but it was time for an upgrade. One reason we went with the Holzher is they have a Glu-Jet system as opposed to a glue pot system where you put glue in a pot. It's been a pretty remarkable upgrade for us, and so I'll give you a tour of the machine. This right here at the front, this is your pre-mill. So this machine has a pre-mill. So what that does is it takes off a certain thickness of the material before it applies the edge, the glue in the edge banding. This is where the tape feeds into, right there. And these are the pressure rollers. And this is a thickness. So basically you space out these rollers with the same edge banding material. You put that so it knows how much to apply. Up until this point, our glue came in these pellets. So you would fill up the glue container and it would get hot and melt. This system over here utilizes a glue cartridge like this. Now there are pros and cons. Obviously, this is a little bit more expensive to run than the glue pellets, but you know, something to consider, but they do work very well. The Glu-Jet system is right here, and this is where, if I remove this band, push it forward, this you can see is where the glue gets pressed into the hot jet. So this piston comes back and it allows you to put a piece in there. It's almost like loading an artillery shell if there's any of you guys are ever in the military. I used to be in an artillery unit, so it's kind of a fun. I don't know, I like it for some reason. I'm weird. Here we have the actual glue head itself. This is a Glu-Jet. So right here is where all the glue, basically that piston forces all that glue out right there, and it just comes out. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Comes out through those little slits. I know it's kind of hard to see. My camera's not very good, but yeah, just comes right out of there. And so that's the most expensive part of this whole unit's right there. So over here we have our end trimmer. So it's like a guillotine, and it goes back and forth. It cuts off the edge of the tape, and then you've got your edge cleaners, which is going to be this thing here, and then these two things are specific for PVC type tape. So your laminate, your melamine type frameless cabinet applications. So when you have a thicker laminate, this will allow it to round the corners and smooth it. Gives it a nice look. But we only use 2 mil or half mil, actually 0.5 mil thick, and this machine itself can do up to 2 mil. Here we got the screen. You got your start stop buttons. Emergency stop allows you to open the cabin. These are all the tool heads, so to speak, inside of the machine. I've got them labeled all with the labeler. The cool thing about this one, as opposed to, well, first of all, our old machine didn't even have a screen. You just turned it on. But this system allows you to save programs already. And so if I load in a program, I can come in and I can see all my values that are set. Now this machine, it's kind of their entry level, so these don't change on the screen like some of my other machines where I can actually change the number on the screen and it'll physically change them. But what it does do is I can flip this around and then I know what to adjust, what to adjust these numbers to. And if I make any adjustments here, I just come over here and I re-upload. So it's kind of like a map for each program, which is pretty sweet. All right, so I'm going to select this program. We're going to load it. All right, here we are in the program. So everything that's blinking is the actual tool heads that I want to be active. So all we're going to do is hit start. And this is my nozzle, so this is starting to heat up. And I can run the machine when it gets to 205 degrees. This machine heats up in about 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, where my old machine took about 20 minutes. So this is a huge improvement over our old edge bander. All right, so we're up to temperature, so we're gonna hit this, start it, and we know we're ready to go because we got this little yellow indicator, so that lets you know when it's safe to feed a piece through. That pre-mill going first. You can see that edge, man, real nice. This one had edge on one side, so it does the corners really nice also. So if you want to do like a slab door, this works really nice. If we run a glue test with no edge band, this is what we get. And you can see these a bunch of little strips, I guess you'd call it, coming off that Glu-Jet. Super nice coverage. I mean, it's edge to edge and it's end to end. I chipped off that piece, but it goes end to end. And so you can see that once that edge tape is applied, I mean, you've got pretty much 100% of that surface has glue, so you shouldn't get any peeling. Thanks for watching this quick overview of our new Holzher edge bander. I am in no way affiliated with Holzher other than I recently purchased one of their machines. So I hope that you found the information in this video useful, and we'll see you in the next one.